crafters, welcome to Creative Moments by G. I'm G, and boy am I excited today. Maudie and I, my sister, have been in the design studio working with a new design that we saw. It's called a pop-up 3D step, and it is really fun to make and so easy. So let's head down to the design table and let me show you what it looks like. Okay, here it is. You can decorate the front however you want. And then the recipient opens up and look at that. See how it steps up? Now I'm going to talk about this one a little bit later, so make sure that you stay with us because I have this card to talk about and then one more to show you. But let's go ahead and get started on making this super simple card. The first thing you need to do is decide on the colors that you're going to use. Now we're going to use Daffodil Delight as our cardstock, and then we're bringing in that wow lime green old olive that you saw with all the circles on it because we're going to make a happy birthday card. Now as we go through this card, I want you to think about how can you use it? What images do you have? You may not like the images that I have that I'm going to use today. Maybe you want to bring in flowers or Christmas images or fall images. Just keep that in mind as we go through this design today. So let's go ahead and bring our trimmer and let's trim it at 4 1/4. This is just going to be a regular top-down card. Now we're going to score at 5 1/2. Make sure you don't cut it, that you score it. And let's just bring in our bone folder and get this a good crease. This is such a fun card to make. Now we need to make the inside mechanism. So let's go ahead and have it also be Daffodil Delight. And this one, you're going to need to extend your arm if you're using the Stampin' Up trimmer. And we are going to cut it at 10 1/2. Now we're also going to cut it at 3 3/4. And now we just have a few score lines that we need to make. So go ahead and turn it. Make sure you have docked your cutter. And let's go ahead and score at 4 1/4. 5 1/4. And 6 1/4. Now we need to cut one more piece, and I'm going to go ahead and use Daffodil Delight. Now, this is going to be the front panel that goes on the step inside the card, and that needs to be 3 3/4 by 3. Now, I want to remind you, all the measurements will be listed over on creativemomentsbyg.com. Just go to our website and click on My Blog. Now, the next thing that we want to do is grab our inside card. And we want to go ahead and make these creases. So I'm just going to give everything a good crease, not worrying about which way it's going to be folded at this point. Let's just crease everything. And now we have it flat. We're going to bring this middle part up and bring those other two down, just like this. You see how it just falls in? Because, let me show you what's going to happen. We are going to glue this in. We're going to line up our score lines right in the middle. We're going to put this on, glue everything down. And when we do that, look how easy. Look what happens. You see how it creates that step? How easy is that? So let's go ahead and do that. Now, because this is the same color, might be hard to see, so I'm going to bring it in close. And we are going to line up. The most important part is line up this score line on the inside card with the outside card. Now, I will create a template for you, and I'm going to put this in our newsletter on Friday. So if you're interested, make sure that you sign up. And the way to sign up is right below this video. So I'm going to go ahead, make sure that these lines, these score lines are lined up, and I'm just going to fold this back and I'm going to put some glue on it. That is the easiest way to get this glued down. And make sure that it is in the right place. So now holding this right here, where it's straight, making sure that that score line is straight. And what you want to also take into consideration is you want about 1/4 of an inch. 1/4 of an inch here, here, and here. So you can just line this up to make sure that you get it straight. I'm just going to put that right there so that I can kind of use that as a guide and I can see that it's straight. Now I'm just taking this other side right here and I'm just folding it over. I'm keeping that middle score line right where it needs to be. Here's the middle score line right here. This is our other score line. So let's go ahead and just fold that over and add some glue. And we're just going to pop it down. Make sure that it's straight. And there we have it. Now let's back it out. And when you go to close your card now, you open it up, you have that step. How easy is that? Now, that's what it looks like sitting up, and it did all the hard work for you. So easy. Now all we need to do is decorate this fun pop-up card, and it's also called like a 3D step card. So look at this fun paper I'm bringing in. Oh my goodness, I love this paper. And this paper is from, let's see what it's called. Merry, Bold, and Bright. Now that doesn't come out until September 6th. So get ready, you're gonna want this paper. Let's go ahead and cut just our first mat. Now I'm just gonna put one mat on here. And so we know that this is, let's just look at this real quick. This is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So we know that our first mat is going to be 4 by 5 1/4. So let's just get that cut. Now, let's just get this laid down right on the front. Look at those colors. Now, if that isn't a bright and happy birthday, I don't know what would be, right? Love these colors. They're so bright and happy. Now, remember what I said. As we go through this process, start thinking about how you can take this design and make it your own. What would you put on the front? Because look at what we're going to put on the front. We are using these deckled circles. Oh my gosh, are they fun. Look at how many you get. I cannot believe. Maddie and I are always looking for different circles, and we need larger circles, and we don't have them. This has like, I don't know, a gajillion circles. You're not going to run out of circles, and you're always going to have the right size. And I like how it's deckled. Can you see that? Look at the edges. Isn't that pretty? I love that. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to put this on the front of our card. I'm going to double mat it. And then I have the cutest darn little animals, I guess, or to put on the front because it's a happy birthday card for Maddie's grandson. So let's go ahead and get this put up on some dimensionals. And just set it up. And you know, I always think that when you set things up, it just gives such a nice presentation, doesn't it? It just really adds interest. Now, the reason I'm going to set this down here is I'm going to put a big happy birthday right here. So I need to go ahead and set it down about right there. And I don't want to get it too popped up, so I'm going to go ahead and just use glue on this deckled circle. Now look at that. How cute is that? Now, when you open this up, I also want to have this area right here matted, and so I'm going to cut a mat for it. This little area right in here, 3 3/4 by 4 1/4. So we're going to make it 3 1/2 by 4 for our mat. So let's see if we can use this one. 3 1/2, yes, by 4. Just to give it some more color, so when they open it up, it's like, wow. And we're just going to glue this right here. Look at that. I wanted a bright, happy birthday card that was fun. This is it. You open it up and you see all that bright color. But let's continue decorating the front. Now, I have decided to bring in our little elephant guy. Look at him. Is he happy? He's a happy elephant. I also cut out some balloons. This is some DSP. Now, Maudie and I bought this DSP because on the back, it has black and white designs, and we really love black and white designs. But on the front of it, it has these cute little animals, and we occasionally use them. So let's go ahead and color our little elephant. I'm going to bring in, now I know this sounds strange, but I'm going to bring in the soft sea foam because it kind of has a gray overtone to it. And then I'm going to, for my shading, bring in light smoky slate. And I just brought in light petal pink for his ears, the inside of his ears, just to do a little bit different color. Now I'm going to do a little bit of shading. Now remember what we said, when you shade, it may be a little dark. Remember, these are alcohol markers, so they will be absorbed into the card. But if it's still a little too dark for you, you can go over with a lighter color, and that will cause it to fade just a little bit. So you're going to see this color change as it gets absorbed into the card. Now, we need to color his little bib, so we're going to go ahead and color that Daffodil Delight. Okay, now look at this shading. Do you see how that lightened up a little bit? It will continue to lighten up a little bit more. So let's go ahead and cut out our little elephant. Okay, and now we are ready to put our elephant and his little friend. Look at that. He has a little friend that's partying. We're going to put him right here. And then he is going to be holding some balloons. So let's just get them up on some dimensionals. Look at how cute that looks. So cute. Now I want to remind you, all the supplies are going to be listed below this video. So you just need to check, click on more and open it up and you'll see all the supplies and materials that you need if you want to recreate this design. But we still need to go ahead and bring in our happy birthday. Now, I went ahead and did this. I stamped happy birthday and I used this Phrases for All stamp set. It had this huge happy birthday in it. I had to use my Stamparatus or your stamping tool because I really needed it to be dark, and then I just double matted it. So I'm just going to put this right here on the top, and I'm going to set it up on dimensionals as well. So we have the front decorated. All we need to do is do something right here. So we have our panel that's going right here, and this allows us to put whatever we want. You can put images, you can put sentiments there. So let's just go ahead and glue this down right here. Now I want to give you a little tip. Don't put it right on that score line. You want to bring it up just a little bit, like a 1/16 of an inch, because otherwise it makes it very difficult to close. Now, if you're going to stamp a message on here, you need to go ahead and do that now. Happy birthday we already did on the front, so I'm just going to put some cute little critters, some more critters. So we're just going to put our glue right here. Going to bring in this panel. I'm going to keep it up just a little bit. And then I'm going to go ahead and close it to get it right where we want it. Now look at that. See, it closed perfectly. You open it up. You have a 3D step. And now you can decorate. We are just going to glue down his little friends just to make it fun. Now, you could put flowers here. You can emboss this panel. You could add sentiments. It's just such a fun design. Gonna put our little froggy down here. Now we're gonna tip this just a little bit in some color. I think it needs just a little bit of some shadow. So just gonna go ahead and tip that just to make it pop a little more. And isn't that what you always do? You get your card made and you're like, okay, I think it needs a little something, something. Well, I think this will make it pop. Oh, yes. I'm just using my dauber. And here is our card for a 9-year-old boy who loves animals. So we say, happy birthday, very happy card. You open it up. We're going to be able to write our sentiment right here. We have some little performing animals right here. And here is one card. Now let's look at the other 2 cards that I told you about. Now this one's a little different because we actually put a gift card holder right here. How fantastic would this be for a happy birthday card? You could do a Christmas card and you could put your little gift card here. We set this up on some long dimensionals right here, skinny dimensionals, just to give us the ability to slip our card in and out very easily. So look at that. Love this card. You close it up and you have the front decorated and you open it and you have a gift card in it. And finally, we decided to do our little goose. Look at this. A silly goose told me it's your birthday. You open it up And we decorated it with happy birthday and another goose. Take a moment, leave a comment. Which of these is your favorite? And you might also let us know, how do you want to decorate yours? What design will you use? Will you bring in flowers, or do you like the happy birthday that's bright and cheery and has little animals on it? Are you thinking about a card maybe for your niece or your grandchildren? Maybe you want to do a flower, a more elegant card for your friend, or bring in just some silliness. Sometimes we all like to be silly, right? Well, thank you so much for spending your time with me. We really appreciate that. And if you were inspired, take a moment, give us a thumbs up, a share, and subscribe to our channel. Monty and I want you to go out and have a fantastic day, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.